tick tock, time on the wall. I'm hip hop, solid, ain't got nobody.
Ladies and G's, boys and G's, it's the forbidden son of athletics, KaraboJ. Second episode or second season and first episode of the Beyond Athletics series. We're back with Letlhogonolo More. How are you, Joe? I've asked you before, how are you? But I'm asking again for the show so that the people know how you are.
I'm good, thanks. And you and yourself?
I'm good. I'm absolutely good, man. I hope you're having a good time.
Yeah, I'm
in season. How many? What have you been doing? Races?
Races.
Yeah.
For races, I've actually started my season late.
Sure.
Yeah, I started by Asian Champs and then went to Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Asian I didn't run well, but I'm not happy with the way I ran, but I'm not satisfied with the results because I'm aiming for a good time this year.
Sure. And what events are you going for this year? Is it the 15, the 800, the 5,000?
For this year, it's the 15 only.
15 only?
Yeah, 15 only, but
sure.
You need to have that speed of 800, so I'm trying to balance with my coach and stuff, yeah.
Nationals next week?
No. Unfortunately, no nationals.
No nationals, okay. I usually ask people this question on Beyond Athletics. This is the first question I ask people, is how does Letlhogonolo More first get exposed to running? The first exposure. For example, my first time I got exposed to running was in creche, preschool. When I was 5'4", we started running there, Marishanisa in the courts and whatnot. What's your experience?
I started in primary school. I was in grade 5.
Sure.
You know those inter-house there? Yeah. I was doing 100 meters at that time. I can remember that.
Everyone starts with sprints. Sure.
But also my sister was an athlete also. So I got the inspiration from her. So I saw she was running distance running. She was doing 800 meters. And it was like, and this sprinting thing, I think is not for me in future. But we'll see. Let's carry on.
Yeah. And in which primary school was this?
I was in Rustenburg in Letlhogonolo.
That's where you grew up, right?
Yeah, that's my hometown. Yeah.
Where you were born and raised.
Yeah.
11th of, if I'm not wrong, 11th of January 1999.
Yes.
I do my homework.
Yeah.
I do my homework.
I see.
So what's at growing up, as a young star, what in you, you find as home in Rustenburg and the place that you grew up in, and where is the place you grew up in, to be specific?
Firstly, I grew up in northwest in Rustenburg, in a village in Letlhogonolo.
Sure.
Yeah, it's near Royal Bafokeng, so it's close by. So, and one of the things I can say about the place is, for me, I like training in place where there's no pressure, there's no a lot of things going on and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. So that place for me, it's a good place because when I'm there, I just relax, and when it's time for training,
pressure,
I don't have a lot of friends at home.
Sure.
Because I'm there. I'm always on the move. Yeah.
I think that's probably. I know flow. Where was I gone? Oh, you're talking about no pressure at home, and I want to say, hooray! I sort of experienced the same thing when I'm that side, Coach Josie. It's not that there's pressure, but when I'm home, there's really nothing that I feel. There's really no pressure that I feel, and as an athlete, I think you need that. That's when you feel like you're home. For Rustenburg, and tell me more about your primary days and how you started running 100, whereas today you're at 1500.
Firstly, I started doing 100 meters, but I wasn't focused on running specifically. I like playing soccer. I was good in soccer. I played center back. Yeah, center back, left back. I could play left wing, right wing, and defensive mid, and a goalkeeper also. So I was more of playing soccer, but also I used to do athletics. When the athletics season, I go there. When it's soccer, I go to soccer. But then 2014, that's when I decided, because I went for trials at Platinum Stars when it was there. And then they told me that you have to choose. It's either running or soccer. And I was like,
sure.
I think running is better for me because running, even though it's an individual sport, but you also need a team. There's somewhere there and there for training and stuff. But then I saw that I love running. Yeah, you see, it's my passion. Yeah, it's something that I want to inspire people with the way I run. Yeah. not basically like as an athlete only inspire and doing great performances, not like that. Like when you see me at the track, you see that this guy's been here and he loves the sport. He doesn't do it for the fame. Basically, you need the money and the fame, but you need to do something that you love. If you do it,
absolutely.
when it's time for training, you don't complain. You just go. Yeah.
Sure. You know, I believe, as sports people, it's also at home that they give you this support or they show you this support, and that's why you continue doing what you're doing. So I want to really touch on at home, you know, your close family. Were they really giving you the support to, you know, play soccer, do athletics, run, do this and this as you please as a kid?
At home, I would say they were not giving me much support because of the means. They didn't have the means of coming to races when I go there. But I knew that I had to do this from a young age. I told myself that I need to be independent either way. Yeah, because I used to get piece jobs there and there, you see, and come back home and then buy food. Like 11 years, 12 years there.
Sure.
Yeah, I used to do that. So
you've been a hustler.
I've been hustling since from a young age. So that when I make money, I can make sure that when I go to races, I can take my family there and then they can come and watch me. Yeah.
That's nice, dude. I've never had this before. Nice. It has not been the opposite, but a bit of they wouldn't come. But it wouldn't bother me because they would probably give me, you know, the few that they have, the sense that they have, or no, go race, go do what you love. They would come sometimes, probably agent provincials, cross country and stuff like that. So now, obviously, as you progress through these ages, how do you get into distance running?
Distance running, I started doing it, as I said, after seeing that sprinting is not for me.
Sure.
And then I tried the 800 primary schools. I ran quite well and then went for the 1500. Because for me, my role model back then was David Rudisha, because I used to watch him and then.
Back then?
Yeah, back then. Now it's someone else, yeah.
Who's that someone else?
There are a lot.
Sure.
So at the moment I have 3 and then, but they are not in South Africa. Yeah.
Sure. So you actually seeing that, okay, this is not for me, which is sprinting.
Yeah.
The distance, you know, I believe that every distance athlete is doing distance because of sort of a spell that they're under. Yeah. You love this thing and you don't know why you're addicted to this thing. Is it the same for you? Do you love it?
For me, I love distance running because you can run from 800 meters to a marathon.
Sure.
So it varies.
It varies, sure.
Even if you are like 30 something, you can go to comrades, ultras and stuff. But if you do sprinting, certain age, you know, you have to already will be big and then
exactly,
you see, you can't switch to distance. Yeah. It's either you become a coach or a personal coach or whatever.
Sure.
So your options are limited. So for me, distance running, for me, I feel like it gives you more opportunities of you. You can choose to become a marathoner only. You can choose to become a track athlete only and run from 800 to 10,000. Yeah, so distance running is all about
varies and it's broad, and you can try different distances at different ages. Try this, try that, move up, move low. Now comes a point in your life which I feel is probably maybe a big part of your life, coming to Thappies High School. When does this happen and how does it happen?
When I was training at home, there was this guy called Koketo Ramasita. He was studying here at Tax. He was doing the 800 meters. So he was training with Coach Michael Seme here. And then I asked him, I was like, I want to move here because you see there are a lot of opportunities and stuff. But that side, I'm sure there's a scholarship somewhere. And then he said, in 2014, he said, they're hosting trials in September, so you should come
15
through.
At this time.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or like you should come through. I was like, just give me the address and everything, I'll come through. And I asked money from my sisters back home, and they give me money from Rustenburg, Pretoria, Bosman, without knowing any direction. I was like asking where can I get taxi to Redfield and stuff.
Sure.
Came here, then I met also before coming here, I met Thapelo Musidi.
Sure.
So I was texting to him on WhatsApp, Facebook, and he said that I must come through. Gave me directions, and I came here, did trials, came third on the time trial, 1,200 meter time trial, and then we went and rode a test. Like it's just like it's something they give you two pictures. How do you feel when you won a race? How do you feel when you like those things? Just to check how do you react emotionally and yeah. And then after that, we waited for like December because I wasn't sure if I was gonna come here or what. And late December 23rd, I remember correctly. Got an email, but the other time I didn't have an email, so we used an email of someone next door. Yeah. So we got an email there, and then sent me the forms. They're like, you should come through 4th of Jan 2015. I was like, yeah, I'm coming through. And I came through here. Same story. They just gave me money and then go.
I mean, what's in your mind is what's in your, like when I'm traveling, then I usually know where I'm going, or I usually ask people around or something. Now, what's in your mind, 15-year-old you? Is it you only thinking about the trials and just getting there, getting that opportunity, or just you being brave?
For me, I can say I'm brave actually, but I don't want to admit it. Like most of the guys, they tell me. Even some guy last week told me that I'm not afraid to go and try something. Even if I fail, I go again. Yeah, you see. So I think that's who I am. Like if I see an opportunity, even if I'm the first one, I'll make sure that I tried. Then if I fail, I know I'm going to learn, because I'm always willing to learn. That's one thing I know that I'm good at. I'm always willing to learn. Definitely. Even though I know some things, and then some other people, they know more than me, or I can know more than you in some departments. I don't take it as if I'm there. I'm always there, and then try to learn from other people.
I love it. And obviously, moving from Rustenburg, you get to the city, so many things you can do. I'm sure there's even girls you're seeing now. It's those teenage years. And how was it adjusting to this place and the city and everything that comes with it, together with focusing on the athletics, because that's the reason why you're here?
When I was in primary school, I was in Letlhogonolo for like from grade 1 until grade 5, and then 6 I went to a boarding school. That boarding school, one of the athletics teachers, she told me that if I want to be a great athlete, I must be disciplined either way. Even though I'm not, but as a person, you must be disciplined at some places. If you go to a place and then it's new, you mustn't just go with the crowd. You must be disciplined, and you see. So coming here to Pretoria, obviously it was a new environment. So for me, I just quickly to certain environments. If I can stay in Sandton and then live the life in Sandton. I can go to rural areas deep. I can
live their life.
Because I adapt quickly. I don't take like.
Now this is the city, Joe.
This is the city, but
this is where Barapitori Mhlanga. This is where it goes crazy.
Yeah, but then when I came here, I didn't come here with that of I'm going to Pretoria. It's nice there, you know.
Sure.
Now I was like, I'm going to Pretoria because I got these opportunities, and I've been wanting to do something else with taking my athletics life somewhere. See. So I came here. I was like, this is the perfect place. The school is here. It's around. You have the facilities. I was complaining about facilities of now you have them.
Sure.
The food is good. Back at home, the food, it's not a balanced meal.
Is the food is the food a factor?
I think the food is a factor. Because let's say since I came, I've been here since 2015 until 2017. 3 years. I saw that the food is a factor, because when I went to Kenya, the food also is a factor there. If you don't get enough food in your system, either way, if you don't have enough food, when you go for training, your body will automatically is muscles instead of fat in your body or whatever. You see. So when you think, I'm getting
that's
fit,
something new to me.
and then you see, you're getting skin, I'm getting fit. You don't have a lot of muscle. That's what I learned when I was here. The dietitian showed me that this your muscles like this, your fat percentage is like this. So if you don't have that knowledge of balancing what to eat, you just eat pap meat, pap and whatever. There is no veggies, there's no what. You see? Yeah.
Nah, I hear it. And how was the first day? Obviously, you adapted quickly. But in terms of performing and in terms of where your mental state was, I mean, also being away from family, being in an environment like this, I believe that, you know, maybe I might be wrong because I've never been.
Yeah.
But what I'm thinking is, probably everyone is focused. Everyone is, you know, trying to push hard. There's pressure on these guys because at the end of the day, they need to live up to the standards they've set.
Yeah.
How was the first year for you?
For me, the first year was performance-wise.
Sure.
First 3 weeks I was training okay, and then one day training decided to compete with the guys in training there.
Sure.
And then I got a hip injury, but I didn't feel it. I was like, nah, it's a pain. You know, you run, you feel pain.
Sure.
Yeah, so it's like, nah, it's a pain. Went to the physio. First week they told me that your hip is stiff.
Sure.
So you must stretch. I was like, nah, I'm stretching. But you know those stretches, you know, 3-minute stretches and then you go. Yeah.
Sure.
In the long run,
it comes back.
Yeah, it affects you. Yeah. So after that, I was like, okay, I got injured. I got the opportunity, but I got injured. So I must just listen because I'm willing to learn. So I want to see if I do this. So whether it's going to benefit me or what. Let me just take this opportunity to learn about how this physio things works and stuff. Because back at home it wasn't there. So I was like, I went there every Friday. Went for like flexibility sessions, physio, rehab. I was going. I was like, I need to get back to the game. Then came AGN. I was able to run for AGN champs by doing that, but the performance was better. I ran like 4:30 for 1,005. It's like, okay. And at that time, you know, there are girls that are running like no, I ran 4:20. Yeah, I ran 4:20, and one of the girls, she was sub-youth. Yeah, she ran 4:30. And you know, when you with the guys there, the pressure is like, you know, Keletso, when you're there by the finish line, Keletso is by 50 meters, is coming and sprinting. So, but I took it as a joke, but I was like, nah, let's see. Let me just go and talk to Coach Sponge and see. Because at that time I wasn't strong. And then he gave me an advice, like, for 2 weeks, do this program. When these guys, you must come early. You start training at 6. Come here early, I jog 30 minutes. Slow, very slow. And then once I'm done with 30 minutes, when everyone arrives here, I join the group again. Because the time that he asked us to pass here with was like 3:50, 4 minutes pace. And for me it was hard. So I did it for like 3 weeks. Then he told me, I asked him like, how can I maintain, how do I learn to maintain a certain pace without even looking at the watch? He was like, first you need to make sure that you have a watch, and then first lap you check, or this point, if I go at this pace, this point I'm going to maybe reach 1 minute. That other pace 2 minutes, 2:30, 2:1. Did that with the watch first time, like for like a month. After that, no watch, was going. And I saw the times were like consistent. Told me you must relax. If you start fast, the second lap again, you fast again. So you keep the same pace, the same speed. So that's what he told me, and then after that came cross country. That year was my lucky year. Like I was blessed because I was the first middle distance in the group athlete, the boys, not the female, to qualify for Gauteng not for Gauteng champs, for nationals. Yeah, and there I was happy that.
So now the tables have turned.
Yeah, the tables have turned. From me being injured. Then coming and going to essays, because it was a great opportunity. Then came essays, same thing. We're running 6Ks. Went to race, third place there, and then done. Fainted. I fainted. I was like, because I woke up in hospital. I was like, what's wrong? And I was like, nah, because there I was angry, but then so these things happen. You move on. You move on. You don't know if you pushed hard or the traveling or whatever you ate or whatever. So, but 2015 first year was good. But academically it was tough.
I wanted to go there because as much as you were here for athletics. Athletics is what got you here. But now the academic side of things, you know, how was that, and who were your friends? Because I also believe that in high school, to get through high school, to get through that stage of life, you need a couple of people around you that will probably shape you, even if it's friends, family, close people that you are with. Who were the friends that you were with? And if academically it was bad, where were they to help you, or the mentors here, or the tutors?
Academically I was struggling because from Rustenburg coming here, here home language is English.
Sure.
Back there it's Tswana, and then English is like second additional language.
Sure.
So you see there you get 80. When you come here for 50, it's tough.
Sure.
It's tough. But this school, one thing I loved about Thappies is because when you're struggling, they make sure that you come for extra lessons. You see, there's a teacher who's there. If you're struggling in class with this, tells you on Wednesday 8:30, come through for extra classes.
Sure.
You know, you talk to coach. Coach, I have extra classes. I need to do training early. 5 o'clock, 5:30, you do training early so you can recover. And when you go to extra class, you are fresh. Yeah, you see, you're not tired from the training and stuff. Yeah.
So you're training at 6?
We're training at 6.
The normal time was 6?
Yeah, 6.
2 times a day?
Yeah, 2 times a day.
What was the first time?
6 o'clock
in the morning.
And then 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh, 8:30 in the morning.
In the morning, yeah, 8:13, because school starts at 9.
At 9.
Yeah.
I also wanted to ask, were you 10 back a grade? As in, I usually hear people saying when they get here, they take them back to the following grade. Was that done to you?
Nah, I was doing grade 10 in Rustenburg, 2014, and then when I came here, they said I should do again grade 10. I was like, no problem, because I was changing most of my subjects.
Oh, yeah.
Because I changed from pure maths to maths lit, and then economics to tourism, and then business studies and Afrikaans. I did it.
You did business?
Yeah, business.
Sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, yeah. So, and the friends that I was with, this was my roommate, Letlhogonolo More, who's still my best friend right now. Yeah.
Sure.
We're still talking. Yeah, into business side, we're pushing there.
Is he the one with? He's an artist now, a sketch artist.
Yeah, he's a fashion designer. He's like fashion, yeah. But he does sketches and stuff. Yeah.
Sure.
And Thappies or Chabalala. I'm sure you know him. Roger, they call him Roger, not the
Not the Roger. Probably know him.
Yeah.
Probably know the face.
Yeah.
What event does he do?
He does 100 meters.
Yo. I probably know him.
Yeah,
I probably know him. I probably know the face.
So,
I don't know a lot of people that.
So those guys were there to help me because they were here 2014 and then, so they know. So I adjusted quickly because of them. Yeah.
Those were the two guys, the close friends.
Yeah.
And going into these probably last years of school, all in all, how was the experience besides the running and the academics for you here at school?
First of all, like the experience that I got from this is I learned a lot from the nutrition side, and like the HPC part, I learned a lot there. The science part, even one of my massaging skills, I learned it from JP there. Because one thing I've learned is that I had the skill of massaging, but then to apply it, that's the problem. So I went to JP and I was like, can I massage in the evenings? I was like, I'm gonna do this for free for like a week, but one person per night.
Sure.
And then you get feedback from them, and then after that we'll see how it goes.
Sure.
And I was like, okay, cool. And I went there and did just to try, because I know you try something and then if you fail, you ask the person then, what did I do wrong here and there? Yeah. So I did that, and then I learned a lot of things on the science side.
Sure.
Yeah. And even the coaching side from Coach Michael, how to structure a program. Like he gave me, like Coach Sponge is like this. If you ask him a question, he's going to give you advice. Same as Mokoka.
Sure.
You ask him a question, he's going to give you advice. But if you don't ask, then
she won't be given.
Yeah.
Sure. How was I'm talking about the high school experience, sure.
Yeah, the high school experience.
I'm talking about the mommies.
The
girls.
mommies.
There was no girls.
The mommies are in Hatfield, bruh. You know, the mommies are in Hatfield.
Sure. They were not cheering, nothing at school.
Nah. At school there were girls, but there are a lot. Here at school, when they're one of the big dogs there, it's easy.
Sure.
They come through. So us we had to go to Hatfield.
You went to Hatfield?
Yeah, the students there.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you obviously you're young at this time, but you're going to Hatfield. That's where the varsity students are.
Yeah, but you get first years the same height. The height is there.
Sure.
Yeah, you have the same height, and
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, the final year of high school,
Yeah.
2017.
Yeah, 2017.
How is that year for you? As because in my year, my final year of matric, which was 2018, it was more of realizing how much high school and life after that means. It ends a chapter in your life which you can never really get back.
Yeah.
The same as people when saying you only go through the varsity experience once in your life.
Yeah.
Sure. Now, how was that last year for you? And also realizing that, damn.
Next year it's
Sure.
going down.
Damn.
Like for me, I was thinking a lot about it, but because of the way I studied my results, I knew that I was gonna pass. So basically, what I had to do was like apply. I didn't apply at one university. I applied. I applied VUT. That one I was sure that I'm going there.
Sure. You wanted to go to Val?
Yeah.
Sure.
Like for me, that experience of coming here, the Vitori life, I was like, now you see what? Now I'm done with this. I need a different place. You see, where I'm going to start something. What I've learned from 2015 to 2017. You learn, but some people don't apply.
Sure.
So for me, I wanted to go out somewhere else where there's no HPC there.
I get what you're saying. You're sure.
Go there and then start something for myself. Yeah, that was the aim of Pretoria. I'm done.
Sure.
No ways, because from 2015 2017, it's hard to Hatfield. Like, you see, from here to school to Hatfield, and then varsity again is the same thing, but you don't come to school. It's like, obviously I'm gonna come here for training, but then you see the same thing.
Yeah.
But just that you stay on the outside. So I just wanted something different of going away from Pretoria and then start something for myself and study also something.
What was your course of choice? Going into 2018.
2018 was this. It was sports management, and first choice was marketing. And then second choice was sports management. And then marketing was food. Then I had to go for sports management. But my first thought when I was applying, I applied here at UP, was education.
Sure.
Yeah. So I wanted to add education, become a teacher, and then the experience of running, and then put it together.
Sure.
And then develop kids from young age.
Sure.
Yeah.
Give me one highlight of 2017 before you leave high school. The best probably day or story that you can give me about 2017.
It was on the 1st of December. It was the day when I was going. Yeah, it was the first
December.
Yeah, no.
Sure.
Yeah. It was the 1st of December.
Sure.
I remember I was going to Oratambo to go to Kenya. It was the best highlight for me for 2017 because I went to Kenya in 2016. But I went there alone, just coming from the same story as coming from.
You went to Kenya alone?
I went there alone.
Oh, brave man.
Yeah, but that year, 2016, I was like, they say I went to JP. Can I massage when you need help? I was like, okay, because I need money for going to Kenya, book a flight and this and this and this.
Oh, yeah.
And accommodation and stuff. I was like, I want to go there and learn. Because I kept on watching documentaries on YouTube. I was like, these guys are running quick. What can I do and so that I can improve? Not run quick, but improve. Obviously, if I improve, I'm going to run quick, faster and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. So for me, I was like, okay, I'm willing to learn. Let's see if I can take this. Maybe not take this opportunity, create an opportunity for myself.
Sure,
Yeah, you see. Because sometimes you wait for an opportunity, it doesn't come.
Just create the opportunity.
You just create it yourself.
Sure.
Yeah. So I went there and then, yeah.
I like that. Now, going to Kenya, that part of your life, I think it's a part you will never forget.
Yeah.
I think it's one thing that will forever be with you, and it will really show it. What you've learned there will show through time, through your experiences, through whatever you go through in life. Now, what makes you take that decision that I want to go to Kenya for a training camp? And how long was this camp?
I went there for first time 2016. I went for 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks. I went for 3 weeks.
So there was 2 times. You went there 2 times.
Yeah, I went there 2016. I went there 2017.
Sure.
Yeah.
Which one was long?
The 2017 one.
Oh,
December,
sure.
and then Jan. I came back end of Jan. So I went there for 2 months. The second time. The first time I went
Christmas, New Year
nothing.
In Kenya.
Yeah.
Yo.
Not even my birthday was then in Kenya.
Sure.
Yeah. So for me, like being away from home, I've gotten used to it because of running. Because when it's holidays, you go to essays. June, there are training
Cross
camps.
countries.
There are training camps, and then after that, September, cross countries. You know, you go to essays for like a weekend and stuff. And boarding school, obviously, also that. You
December
go home.
training camp.
Yeah, you go home when school closes. Sometimes you have essays. When school closes, you don't get time to go home.
How was it?
Uh,
I'm talking about now the longer trip, because
the longer trip.
obviously the first one, maybe one might say you were really
the first one was the first one was okay, but it had its own challenges, because when I got to the airport in Eldoret in Kenya, my phone died, so I had to go and charge it. Then when I was charging it, and then if my phone was dead when I arrive in that other place in E10, I have to contact Sepeng. I have to call him. Where's the guy who's gonna take me through the accommodation and stuff? Because you get to a place and then you don't even know anyone.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But luckily, I that night I met one of David Rudisha's coach at the airport, because I saw him on. Yeah.
Sure.
I saw him on obviously the documentary,
sure,
and then
sure.
I was like, this guy, I know him. I went to him. I was like, he was friendly. I was like, I told him I'm Letlhogonolo More from South Africa. Came here for a training camp and came here to learn and stuff. And then started saying, gave me advices. You must do this when you go for altitude training. You must start easy, do this. And he said, come tomorrow to the cross country event in Kenya, just to get that feeling of how Kenyans run at home, because you normally see them international races, but when they're running at home, that vibe, everything, yeah.
Sure.
I went there then, but that year I didn't train with them that much. I just went there for like easy sessions, maybe 2-3, and I came back. But then I got contacts. That year I made sure that I had contacts, and then that when I come back the second time, everything is easier. Yeah.
And this was 2017 when you came back.
I went back 2017. That time was perfect. The accommodation I arranged.
Everything was sorted.
The transport, training, going to training, the food.
With Keegan,
I was with Keegan. Sure. Yeah.
And you get there. I mean, you're the South African, and these are literally the world's best distance runners.
Yeah.
And it's their home, and you are in their jungle. How is it being there, being around the place? I mean, definitely the atmosphere, the people make the place. How is it that side?
One thing I can say about the atmosphere in Kenya is that everyone is friendly, even if they don't know you.
Sure.
They won't say, nah, this guy's a foreign. Nah. As long as the skin color is black, they like how they greet you in Swahili. Yeah. But then you must just tell them, I don't understand your language, you see. Yeah. But all in all, the Kenyans are very friendly.
Have you learned any Swahili?
Yeah, I know greeting
basic
and
ones.
then, the basic ones.
Sure.
But the thing is, I can hear them what they're saying, but I can't respond. That's the thing. But not
that means
the deep one. The thing is, with me, with languages, I can hear what you're saying, but I can't respond. Some languages, you see. But the ones, the Spanish, the Portuguese, those ones are. But the African ones, Swahili, those ones, yeah, I can hear what you're saying, but responding, I can have an idea of what the person is saying. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
And in those 2 months, it surely is 2 months of not only learning but applying some things of your own. But what do you learn most about the Kenyan guys? Because number one, I feel like they view running differently. You know, for instance, if I could make an example, with us in South Africa growing up, running is sort of a choice. You know, it's sort of something you do optional. It's optional, you love it, you want to do this, you pay for this and this and that. But with them on the other side, it's more of running is sort of a way out of poverty. Do you understand what I'm saying? Running is sort of a way of life. Is that the case?
Yeah, that's the case. Like, obviously in Kenya, you know the story there.
Sure.
I've also seen it myself.
True.
The school is like 3Ks, 4Ks away. You have to go there. It's not like in South Africa, you go to school and then you have lunch or what's break time, and then there's feeding scheme there.
Sure.
Now in Kenya, you go to school. Obviously, it's 2Ks, 3Ks. You have to run there if you're late, or you walk, or it's a distance. Lunch, you have to go back home.
Sure.
After
is it running or walking?
Obviously, you have to run because if you walk and then you're going to take long. Yeah. So it's running again. Get home, you eat, go back, run.
Sure.
For lunch, and then you come back home. Obviously, you run again or you walk. It's a distance.
So basically, it's a life of running.
Yeah.
They run for life.
They run for life, but it's a tradition there. So because they get inspired by a lot of people who are a lot of world champions, record holders, because they get to see them here.
Sure.
And then if you see like one thing I learned in Kenya with those guys, the world champions, those guys, they're like normal people. They're like normal human beings. I was like, in South Africa it's different.
Sure.
You can see that those guys are a record holder.
True.
But then
and they're sort of on another level.
You see
in the public eye or something.
Yeah.
Sure.
But then in Kenya everyone is equal. Because I met Rudisha. Was like, how are you? Like normal, like we're having a normal conversation. And then I met who's this?
How was it? David Rudisha, how was it? Did you like ask him some difficult questions?
Nothing. Like one thing that Brother Colum told me is like the Kenyans are very humble. So when you're there, you mustn't just be like, hey, this is Rudisha. Sure.
Just treat him as
a
normal
them
person.
like as a normal person, a friend and stuff. I met also Wilson Kipsang, the same thing. Because we're doing a session, I met him there. Hi, how are you? Good, this and this. I know he obviously doesn't introduce, but I know him.
You know him.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, that's what I like when people don't really introduce themselves.
Yeah.
But you know who they are. They don't change around you.
Yeah.
You know who they are. And what's I don't want to get to this one now. Who is for you the person who made you learn the biggest lesson?
The biggest lesson in
the person that made you learn the biggest lesson.
Running wise or life?
Both.
I'd say my primary school teacher.
I'm talking about in Kenya.
In Kenya it was Brother Colum. Yeah, he told me that that's what he told me. He was like, you see, in running, you won't get to the top without making sacrifices.
Sure.
And that's one thing he said. And he told me that I must be willing to be patient. Because we train, and then you say, okay, I want to run a record now. First day, you go on attempt, miss. He's like, I'm leaving running. No.
Sure.
He told me like, you must be patient. Be willing to be patient and then learn. Because also he learns from athletes, not like here in South Africa. For me, sure. In SA, most of the coaches they don't want to learn from their athletes. They don't want to learn already. Oh, this guy runs like this. This I can. They check those things basically, but they don't want to learn from us athletes. Like having a conversation of the program and stuff. Okay, or even besides the program, like life or what. What's your experience? How was this? Because already they have the experience, but they think that they know everything. But
sure.
As we're growing up, we get to technologies involving this and this.
Sure. You're the one that's running. You're the one that knows how it feels. You're the one that knows how some things are. Your experiences. I get that.
So that's one thing Brother Colum told me that.
How are the sessions?
The sessions, the second time the sessions were hard. There was one session that I did there. It was a hill session. After that session, I was dizzy.
Sure.
And you know, we do hill sessions. You have to go for warm up. It's like 3Ks, 4Ks warm up. You get there, stretch, do hill work. And there's no sprinting. It's not sprint. It's like rhythm on the hill.
Sure.
Rhythm. That's why you see them.
How many meters so?
Like the session I remember, it was 200 times 8, then 150 times 5 for the 800 meter group. And then for the distance group, it was 200 times 15. But not, we're like running 42 for 200. You see, that's slow. Yeah.
But it's a hill.
Yeah, but it's not like, it's like an
Sure.
So it was just rhythm and strength. That was the hard, that was the hardest.
The hardest
The
session.
second hardest session.
What was the hardest one?
The other one was
Which was the hardest one?
the track.
Yeah.
We were doing 1.2 times 2, 800 times 2, 400 times 2. That one was hard. The 1.2 was okay, but 800s you had to run 205, 400 you have to run 59, 60.
And how many are you guys doing? How many reps?
We just do 2, like 1,200 meter times
Sure.
2, 800 meter times 2, and then 400 times 2. Then that's it. But the Kenyans, you know what they do?
Because I'm trying to figure out how was that hard.
It was hard. The altitude was making it hard.
Oh, sure.
Because you see here, there's air. That side, nothing. Right? The air is thin. And it's like 9 o'clock. It's hot.
Did you feel it? Does it make a difference?
Yeah, makes a difference. Because if you train at altitude, you go down to sea level.
You can feel it.
Yeah, you just cruise. You don't. Times are easy. The body is.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, coming back from Kenya, with all that you have learned, you now go into your university years, ne?
Yeah.
Which is number 1, VUT, Valley University of Technology. You run USAs, and were you the one that created the Val running group?
Yeah.
Val running team?
Yeah, Val running team.
Sure. Working around that and working with different people, obviously you said you adapt easily, but how was that experience in terms of now you moved away from the high school structured life, from the 6 a.m. we wake up as a group, from the during the day we're in school, afternoon training, later on maybe extra classes or whatever it is. How was that change for you, as much as you adapted to the change?
For me the change was, I'll be honest with you. Like when I got to Val, that life was hard. I knew it was going to be hard, obviously from the matric here, going to varsity it was hard. Because like the place that we were staying at Sharpeville at the Kasi. So Sharpeville to VUT it's like 4Ks, 5Ks walk. And when you have class at 9, you go there at 8, obviously early 8 to 8 you're there. And you have class at 9, ends at 11. Then you don't have a class from 11 and you have a class at 3 until 4.
Sure.
You see, at 11, you have to go back, 4Ks back. You have to go back to Sharpeville and then come back again.
Sure.
So that was a challenge. Bro.
And who's your coach at this time? I think at some point in time you had a Swedish coach.
Yeah. I started Coach Jan.
Coach
He's
Jan
from Sweden, yeah. So he started coaching me in 2018 May.
Is he based here?
No, he's based in Sweden.
How does that come about? How do you meet up with him or get contact with him?
Basically with I met up with him online because you know Flavio says he was coaching Flavio. So also Flavio got medals, essays for 1,005 under his training and stuff.
Sure.
So I asked, like, who's your coach? I was like, this is my coach. I was like, the thing is, I'm looking for a coach now, but I don't want a coach that's here. I want someone who's elsewhere, not in the country. So that when they give me a program, I can be able to. It challenges me mentally because that time no one is pushing you. When the coach is here, it's much easier. Yeah. So for me, I wanted that challenge of it must challenge me mentally. I must be able to motivate myself. Yeah. Because when the coach is here, can motivate you even the session is killing you. Yeah. So started coaching me in 2018 May. Yeah. And from there, we started training. Obviously, when we started training, I wasn't too sure about his program because you have to train once a day. So it's totally something new from training twice a day to once a day. But he was like, you have to train once a day because remember, you're going to school. You have classes during the day, and then if you train twice, and then what's going to happen?
You're probably killing yourself at some point.
Because he also does the same approach as the Kenyans. Monday it's easy, Tuesday it's hard, Wednesday easy, Thursday hard, Friday easy, Saturday hard, or long run.
Sure.
So the approach is the same. So transitioning from the Kenyan program to him was easy. Because I was in the same strategy.
It's 2 o'clock. Sure. Now obviously all that happens, the VAL. I'm trying to now wrap this up because you said you're going somewhere at 2 o'clock. You go through the university, VAL, university life in VAL. You adjust and adapt to it. Now comes out this More, the photographer, More, the coach, More, the physiotherapist or the massage therapist. How does this come about?
Initially, when I was in high school, the thing is I had a plan of opening up something like HPC, but not something as big as this, because that will require funding, proper management structures and stuff. So when I got to VUT, we're like, how many in our group? We're like 3. Started off as three guys. And then I was like, guys, in that period I was like, guys, you know, I have the experience from Kenya. They knew that I went to Kenya, obviously, when I was posting and stuff. And then I was like, the coach there doesn't come. One of my friends, Boniso, was like, because he was there university before. So, like when I was there, he told me, "Oh, this guy doesn't come to training, but he's a coach." You see, so we must be willing to train on yourself, train on your own stuff. So I was like, gents, me, I have a plan. I can get a coach for us.
Sure.
Either ways, I can get a coach for us, but either way, it's gonna be the same as this guy. So what we need to do is training as a group, because I saw the value of training as a group in Kenya.
It's powerful.
It's powerful.
Sure.
So I was like, we can get a coach, and then started. And then this thing of More the photographer, More coach, More the other businesses that I started. Because of the skills that I have. For me, one of the principles that I live by is you learn something and you apply. That's it. If you fail, you learn again and you apply. You reapply. That's how life is. You learn from one person, and then those things you're not going to repeat those mistakes again.
Sure.
You move on, you see. So with this business, I've always had the skill of taking pictures. And the massage, I learned it also from when I was in Kenya. I also attended a course there.
Oh, a massage course, sure.
Yeah, because when I was in Kenya, I was like, I need to get contacts everywhere. If the guys from UK, I get contacts. The guys from there, I get this and this, So all of this thing came with, I was like, okay, I have these skills, but what do I have to do with these skills?
Sure.
I must do something.
Get them to use. Sure.
I was like, okay, let me start an Instagram page. But the massage business started in 2018. But then I made a huge sacrifice.
Why?
I took my book allowance and then bought a massage bed. And that year was rough, man. I was going to library almost when like 2 weeks before tests. Go to library.
Sure.
Do notes, borrow a book.
Because you have to get the notes.
Notes, and then put it back again. Notes, and then get it back again. So for me, it was a sacrifice, but it worked out.
Sure. I'm happy for you. Now, lastly, we go into this part. You take a decision. You announce it publicly. You are going for the 1500 meter as a record. Why say that, and what makes you believe that you can?
I think for me, they're going for the SA record is because me and my coach, we have a 10-year plan.
Who's the coach now?
Coach Jan, the one from Sweden.
We
have a 10-year plan. So we actually discussed this after 2019, after I won the cross-country 2 kilometer race. And then we were like, okay, let's aim for something big now. Let's not aim of not winning aces. We won aces, we done cross country with it. Now we have to focus on track. I can improve on that because we've been battling on that. So I was like, coach, I wanna go for the SA record. I wanna go and attempt it. But to attempt such things, you need support. But obviously in South Africa, you won't get support if you're not there. Companies in here, they're like, if they see potential but they won't help you now, they will want you to run fast and then then they come through. So for me, I was like, I'm going to announce this publicly, because either way, for you to get funding, you must put your things out there.
Be out there.
And then one thing, I believe that I can run the SA record because I know I have the will to prepare. First thing, I have the will to prepare. I have the right coach, and also I believe that with the experience that I got from Kenya, the experience that I got from here, combined and the coach that I have and the team around me, it's easy for me to break the SA record. Even though it's a long journey, but I'm willing to make the sacrifices and stuff. But because I know there are people who say that you can't run this. Obviously, they're not saying it to me, but obviously you do good or you do bad, people will talk. So you do good, you do bad, people talk. So for me, I 100% believe that I can run the SA record.
Nice, man. I love the mindset. I would ask you the last question, but because of time and because of your commitments, I respect that. Thank you, man. I've learned so much. Now it's probably the journey to breaking the record, right?
Yeah,
the journey to breaking the record. I'm 100% behind you. I 100% believe that you can. You have my full support. You probably have the full support of the viewers as well. It's really great to come across people like you. Great to have interviews with people like you. Great to hear what athletes have to think about different things. We could have a conversation, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, but because of time, and we have to respect time. Time is borrowed. We don't own time. So, ladies and G's, with that being said, Letlhogonolo More, tell us your socials where people can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Letlhogonolo_More, and on my you'll see my other accounts there, my massage account, and then photography account, and the coaching account. That's coming soon. The coaching one.
We brought the, what do you call this? The track inside the spikes. You had to sign the spikes. Unfortunately, we don't have a pen. You will look for a pen. You will sign these spikes. Like I said, everyone will sign these spikes. Thank you so much, Joe. That's it.
Thank you.